Do we need to update that intro? What do you think? Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Lab podcasts. We're going to talk today about 6 neighborhoods that you should keep an eye out for if you're interested in relocating here and growth or appreciation is something that's important to you. So we'll do a quick round of intros. I go by Ian of Boston everywhere on the internet. Who do we have? Man, God, every time.
You got it. JJ Tolentino with the Next Level Property Group at Keller Williams, and excited to talk about today's topic. I think every time we talk to new buyers, they ask these questions. What are the hot neighborhoods? So very excited to go into the highlight reel here of the area. Let's pass it on to Liberty.
Hey, everybody. I'm Liberty Walker, realtor with Realty Austin. And I am super excited to explore some neighborhoods with you guys. I'm curious to see what picks you've picked.
Right. And same thing. I want everybody to put their own neighborhoods in the comments too. I think that would be really nice. So real quick, I'm just going to go ahead and mention it. Yes, I hurt myself. Here's the thing. I saw Joe Rogan at a comedy club, figured I'd walk up to him. I told a joke. He didn't like it. Boom. That's what happened. That's why I look like this. Okay. So let's get started. JJ, you have a neighborhood that you're going to pull up first, right?
Yes, let's go to, I would say this is Central Austin.
Okay, Central Austin. And that's another thing. We want to keep some of the neighborhoods in Austin proper because I know people, we've had that conversation before. We want to see Austin stuff, not suburbs all the time.
Yeah, we'll mix it up a little bit. Now, I think with the growth of Austin, there's a point where people would say this is more so East Austin. But I would go on to say Northeast. So Mueller is a very popular neighborhood. East of 35, north of MLK. Mark says, don't arm wrestle Liberty for deals anymore, Ian.
Hey, these guns are powerful right here, Ian.
It doesn't surprise me. Heck yeah.
That's how I negotiate in the field.
Strong arm them. The Liberty arm. Mm-hmm.
So
the arm of Liberty.
So what are we looking at, guys? Can we zoom in on that? Because I'm a little disoriented with the map.
Yeah, so north, I was getting there. So north of MLK, south of 51st, East 51st Street, and east of 35. This was formerly a airport. I had a builder say that it's pronounced Miller. I swear I've heard that before, but everyone says Mueller.
It irks me because I hear it too all the time. It's like
Miller?
it's like a Menchaca, Manchaca. Yeah. Now it's Miller or Mueller. I'm Team Mueller, so
I'm going Mueller. We'll go Mueller.
Yeah, I always say Mueller too, but I'm also not from around here originally. I don't think any of us are. So we just need some people who have been here, some unicorns to say it. So what makes this neighborhood special, JJ?
Well, it's the thing that's super fresh about it is in the late 2000s, like 07-ish, the new construction hit really hard there for Central Austin because it used to be an airport. So there's land there.
Right
now it has this dense living. I pulled up some pictures here. Super master plan communities. Now, what I also pulled up, there's up and coming. This has been hot for a minute. It's been hot for a while. And just to even go in deeper regarding the pricing and availability, there's like 9 availabilities, like actives in the area. And I pulled up the averages. So the average active Mueller properties, 2015 built on 0.07 acres, meaning there's a lot of condominiums, a lot of row houses, townhomes. Again,
and you may think, "Ooh, I'm forfeiting a backyard," but you're getting that Lake Mueller development area. So it's like you have a huge, beautiful place to walk your dog and enjoy. And so I think it's kind of the best of both worlds, really.
That is true.
Couple new construction. So numerically, the 2015 is the average active 0.07 acres, about 2,100 square feet for 955,000.
Okay.
And let me ask you this, JJ, because the one pushback that I get are those people who are used to living like South Congress, more central, and they're thinking that this north area is going to be less of young vibes. And like, what do you think about that? I mean, I think there's all sorts of fun stuff going up there, but I'm also like, mom in a family. So I don't know if I have like my fingers on the pulse of what's cool anymore, but I still think it's a pretty cool neighborhood.
Oh, it's super, super cool. I think it's the best step down from, like high-rise density. East Austin, even, east of downtown it still has like a lot of entertainment districts. So you move north a little bit, north of MLK. I've even heard somebody call MLK, north of MLK, like Upper East Side. And I was like, that's a little too New York City for me. But, it starts to blend in because you get these single family, 2007, right? 2,000 square feet, 2007 built. It is 849, way above the median price point by a few $100,000 in Austin, but super central.
So the question here is, do you foresee that the price points will still continue to rise in this area? I think that's the goal, right?
It's already past the median, so I don't know, but there's like nothing like it. There's nothing this new and in that much of a master plan community. I think it's going to maintain its value. If you do anything now, I do suggest the HEB here is like super cool too.
And Thinkery,
move into it.
There.
And what also is really cool about this neighborhood is that you can really take 51st Street and go all the way down, and you are in the east side, like North Loop and all that really cool fun stuff over there. There's like a home slice and like kind of old Austin weird stuff going on. So you're really close. You're so close to Central.
Yeah.
What else y'all got?
Love it.
Just want to say hi to Sanjeev.
Hey, Sanjeev.
I like how you became the leader of the pack, Liberty. Love it.
Liberty in the gang.
Liberty in the gang. That's our next band name.
I like the sound of that.
Liberty, you want to go next?
Sure, why not? So my choice is this isn't Austin proper. This is Dripping Springs.
Okay.
So let me zoom out. So if you're looking at the map, can you guys see my map?
Yes.
So this is Central Austin, of course. And so Dripping Springs is going to be southwest.
Okay.
And so Dripping Springs really has been an old country town for so long, but right now it is developing like crazy. They're still maintaining a lot of the natural beauty because there's so much nature to enjoy down there. There's Hamilton Pools. There's Pedernales State Park, which is fabulous. And right now there are 100 listings available in Dripping Springs, and the prices range from $350,000 to $6.5 million. So there is something for everyone. Anyone who's shopping, any budget.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Casey says building a home in Headwaters right now in the Drip.
Oh, I love Headwaters.
That's a popular subdivision.
I've never heard of it called the Drip.
Nice.
It's so cool.
I know.
I love
That's because of the connotation, right? Like my broken quotes might. That's because
it's really. I mean, it's so Drip. Close to town. It's like 25 minutes away.
Look at that median sales price.
I think there's still some opportunity there.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's very competitive to win a home in this area. It is, not a lot. There's not a lot of inventory, but there are some opportunities for people to get in right now or build a home because there are a lot of new build communities coming. But you have
and look how close you are to the lake, right? To Lake Travis
and bee caves.
Yeah,
I mean, really,
it's like the new West Side in a way.
It really is. It's just extending down, and there's just so much natural beauty out there. I mean, the lakes and everything. So that's my choice. I say snatch them up while you still can.
Yeah,
And dripping
I'm gonna throw in there the school ratings, right? People seem to be excited about what they see on websites for school ratings. I'll say it that way.
Yeah, check it out because the schools are definitely something to look into. And you might be pleasantly surprised that things are just getting established. You have so many breweries. You have Jester King Brewery, which is fabulous. Yep. And you have Twisted X, which is like spirits, gin and tequila and all sorts of stuff. So get out there and stay there. Don't drive.
Family Brewing is in Dripping, right?
I think so, but I haven't been there.
What? Okay.
Yeah. Take me there. Take me.
Pay no attention to that noise I just made with my face. Okay. So I'm going to start off with, I'm going to share my screen. Let's see how we can do this. I'm going to try to do it this way. Okay. Sorry that both are up, but hopefully this works out for everybody. Okay. So the neighborhood I'm going to call is Copperstone. It's actually called Copperstone. It's a Meritage Homes community, but check out the location. So if we look on the map here, this is I-35 on the south side, right? Because the river is right up here. So it's below South Congress. It's a brand new build subdivision between South Austin and North Buda. Okay. You've got South Park Meadows here. And as you zoom in, I'm going to use the word South Park Meadows as kind of like the Mueller of the South, right? For now, until other ones build up. And you look at this, look how close it is to everything. So South Park Meadows has so much going on, right? It's just one of those places that you just know to go if you need something.
Yeah. It's like a retail strip.
Yeah, exactly. And then, so you got the hiking trails, you've got a lot of park areas, and you can see anytime you see green on the map, like Onion Creek, there's a golf course over here, McKinney Falls. Oh my gosh. Anytime you see this green on the map, that's a place to go to hang out for nature, right? In most cases. And so there is a lot of that near here. And the other thing, so it's off of Manchac, and it's, like I said, close proximity to 35. The other thing that's really interesting is you can go straight down to San Marcos if you want to float the river, if you want to hit up the outlet malls over there, which is huge. So if you don't know about the outlet malls, that's really important. Canyon Lake, we've been out there a few times. Wimberley, Dripping Springs are all close enough proximity for a staycation. New Braunfels, beautiful spot. And then obviously San Antonio. Now here's the other thing I want to mention about this is when you're south of the river in Austin, getting down here right now, they're working on building, or at least they announced a project to build a nature trail, a bike path, just like a whole nature trail going all the way down to, I believe, San Antonio from here. So that's huge. There's also been, I know, right? There's also been rumors of Elon Musk making a tunnel from, Boring Company making a tunnel from Austin to San Antonio. That's mostly speculation. But now I want to jump over to the house itself, right? So you're looking at $550,000. It is still Travis County, so it's an Austin address. 2,500 square feet, built in 2021. Look at this, $206 a square foot. Here's why I pulled this up. Not just the location. What's second thing is lot size. It is just over 1/10 of an acre. So it is a Meritage home. So if you've never built a home with Meritage, I built, 6 or so at this point with Meritage homes. They do a really good job when it comes to energy efficiency. Also, what you see is what you get. You don't play the upgrade game a whole lot with them. But also, check this out. This is my prized possession right here. That tax rate, 1.78.
Wow.
I know. I know. I'm excited for you to discover this, right? Like, that is crazy. That's lower than most of Round Rock, lower than Westlake. That is.
I mean, I don't remember the last time I didn't see a 2.
Exactly. That's my point. So, yeah, I think it's just one of those places that it is going to be undervalued for a long time, but it is very, very, very cool.
I love it.
Amazing.
Who's next?
I could go next. You know, it's interesting.
Cameron brings up a point about dripping. I want to show you that.
Cameron Casey?
Yes, the infrastructure is still way behind in Dripping Springs. I believe there are huge commercial projects planned. Yes, Cameron, you are exactly right. It still has quite a bit of developing to go, and the way that they have to get permits to approve those things can take years in the making. So definitely make sure that the home that you buy in Dripping Springs isn't too far off the beaten path so you can still get the things that you need.
Mm-hmm. I'll even point out regarding the drip is I go to a lot of weddings out there. I used to go to a lot of weddings out there. Yeah. And it's because it's a beautiful hill country spot. So there's a lot of spaces to pretty much have a good party and have a good sunset view and take nice pictures.
Love it.
I mean, the wildlife, there are deer, there's all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, that's where, so if you want like I'll call it a romantic private getaway of sorts, then that's a lot of times Dripping Springs fits the bill. From little tiny home cabins, we've done that. We've done treehouse things out there. We've done all the brewery tours. Stayed at, you've got venues. It's beautiful.
That sounds so fun.
Sorry.
Mark K. Ian rates that home as 3 flipping tables exciting. One-handed flip.
There was one time he was watching one of our podcasts and somebody said Starlink or I said Starlink and the lady didn't know what I was talking about. And that just blew my mind. I'm like, what? And so I get really passionate about things that I guess I take for granted that other people may not yet know.
Hence the flipping table.
But it's everywhere in the media, right? It's the things that are everywhere. And anyway, so who's next? Do you have one, JJ?
That's why we appreciate you here, Ian, so that you can tell us all the things that we're not thinking about.
It's cool. Just for those of you that don't know, Starlight will make it where you can live in Bastrop and actually have good internet. Like that's a big deal. Right now, you can't get internet in Bastrop and then brag about it. So if you want to work remote, then that's going to change your world. And it'll change where a lot of people are going to end up moving as a result, right? If you're no longer confined to a space because of your work, it completely opens your doors. So, all right. Do we have JJ? You want to pull yours up?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. What's interesting is Ian brought up Meritage. Now I'm starting to think Meritage has some good land spaces.
I like Meritage. I do.
I had a client that we've been looking up north for a minute, around the 400s or so, 500, and we found new construction here, and it's Meritage. So this is East Round Rock. That's where I'm going to now. So you go up 35, you pass 79. You might even take 79 in, and you have Homestead at Old Settlers Park by Meritage Homes up here.
How close is this to Del Diamond?
Pretty close. All this stuff is right around.
Oh yeah, there it is.
The corner of the Salt Lick, and Kalahari is also over here. And I would say, let me know what y'all think about this. I would say this area, I even more highlighted it so you could see what's active here at the prices. So I felt like this has been slept on for some time.
So the location
value there, I think so, a little bit.
Well, I agree. It was really cookie cutter, and there wasn't a lot over there for a while. But now, I mean, like you mentioned, Kalahari, which is a huge indoor water park with Vegas-style restaurants and Del Diamond. I mean, there's so much fun stuff to do over there now. Like, scoop it up before everybody figures it out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna read off
Vegas-style restaurants. You're talking about the prices, right?
I am.
A little high.
These 30 actives that are in this area. Let me read off the average. So for a 2009 built home, you get 0.18 acres. It's about 2,300 square foot for about $490. And some other notable neighborhoods are in Round Rock East: Paloma Lake, Sienna, Vizcaya, which is built by Taylor Morrison. And again, Meritage and Tri-Point are now building Homestead at Old Settlers Park. And
love it.
They're still taking names. I mean, they're not even really releasing prices just yet, but they're on the verge, and we all know it's been tough to find inventory.
And just so you know, I don't know if everybody knows this, so I want to put this little disclaimer in here. If you see a neighborhood like this, give one of us a call, or whoever your realtor is, give them a call, because they can still help you with the process for building or acquiring one of these homes. It's not easy. and you might get excited to just get on the list, and that's great. But please let your realtor know, because you can't go back after the fact and try to add your realtor very easy.
Yeah,
it ends up being a pain.
Yeah, definitely tell the on-site. You should have this pretty well understood. You're working with an agent, that way it's understood. Representation when you work with the seller's representative. Yeah, so again, the new construction, they're saying that they could do about 2,000 plus square feet in the high fours, and they're still really
good right now. That's really
freaking
solid.
dang good.
In an area that is, I'm gonna say, exploding, right? Like Round Rock was already full-ish. They had land, but they had built a lot, and now it's like, oh, let's start building some more. Let's finish it up.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go, Liberty. Sorry, I just kind of put it up there.
All right, guys. Well, without further ado, my neighborhood is Montopolis, 78741.
Riverside area.
This is Riverside area, yes. And, historically, this area has kind of been undervalued, really. It's so close to like the trendy, cool East Austin, but it's kind of like the stepsister that nobody paid attention to. And so now it really has had a bright light shown on it, because of course Tesla will be moving over into the Del Valley area. Yep. And so
and Oracle's right in there
happening
too.
Up here.
Yeah, Oracle's over
here. They have a ton of, I know JJ is not a fan of all the schematic vision drawings, but there's a ton of developments that are being planned
the proposal.
In this area. Just because it takes a really long time for those projects to get realized.
Yeah. I like them. I just tell people that that's not right around the corner, but a piece of it is.
But some of these houses, and I mean, you can get a newer condo that's kind of move-in ready, or you can get a single family home. But these single family homes, the lots are quite large. So the zoning too is kind of open. I've toured this one in person. I definitely recommend bringing a hazmat suit if you go into this one.
Is it a tear down, or is it
been abandoned? I think it's a tear down. Okay. Now, if you go walk it with an investor or contractor, they might tell you something different, JJ, but I would consider it a tear down.
Man, what's crazy is I think that looks good at 300 for dirt.
Well, maybe check it out.
That's good. And look how close it is. So obviously you have access to the water, the river, and then you're also close to the airport. That's huge.
Yeah. Here's a question that y'all asked me about Central. Do you think there's still space for, like, I see 1.2 here, right?
Yeah.
Some of these nicer properties, 600,000 for a 3-story, which some people find inconvenient to have a 3-story, and it's still about 600 ask. Do you think there's room for these prices to go up?
Room? Okay. So I heard someone say it this way, maybe an article or something, Statesman or something like that. But if you look at the timing from when San Francisco grew, right? Late 80s to now. Like, look at the price points. We're not talking about politics or anything else. We're just talking about from the explosion of the tech industry to the realization that it's a place that people could live in a good temperate climate, to the fact that you had access to the water. You take all those things and you put it here. Well, that explosion took a while, and their prices, I mean, Austin, I feel like we can possibly catch up to that. Do I want it to? Not necessarily. Yeah. I don't know. But that doesn't mean it won't. Just because I don't want it to happen doesn't mean it won't.
And I think that's something buyers have to ask themselves, like, are we in the same lane as SF? Because
it's different. Like, we're Texas. Texas and California are very different places.
But I do study the charts there. Like, Google's San Francisco real estate, not us, but like if you're watching this, it gets super volatile actually out there. But they're like at I'm gonna guess like 1.5 median price point for old.
At some point, you mean 1.5 in that area? Median?
I think SF's median price point is like $1.5 million or something.
Right now, probably. Yeah. I would almost go a little higher, but
and we're at like
I haven't looked at a while.
Right.
So check this out. What does Mark say? You want to read that, Liberty?
is that area, Montopolis, impacted by airport flyovers? You know, surprisingly, it's not so bad. I find that the flight path zone that is like the most horrible is it's kind of like northeast to the airport, if that makes sense. I don't think a lot of them are flying this close to the city. But of course, they're going to fly over. It just doesn't matter. I just feel like if you're in University Hills, it feels like you're about to have a bomb dropped on you because it's like right above your head. Over here, it's not so bad.
We really got to look at the direction of all of the strips, right? Because if the planes have to, not reach around, turn around, angle around so that they can hit the strip, then they're going to fly in a pattern that allows for that. Cameron brings up a good point. San Francisco is only 7 miles across. It can't grow any more than it has. That's how I feel about Westlake.
Oh, because it's growing into the lake. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're stuck. You can't go any further. And that's why the prices in Westlake keep growing like they are. Specifically,
will they ever build a bridge over the lake?
That I don't know if that'd be a good idea. Maybe a trolley. They actually had a ferry system going across back in 1903 or something.
So, bring that back, please. That's such a cute.
I know, right? I'm gonna bring one more. We've got one more. We gotta make this quick.
Where are we going in?
Same thing. I know. Do this. Minimize. There you go. Can you see this? Yeah. Can you see it?
It looks like
Rinker Ranch. Where are we looking
all right.
at?
Del Valle?
The subdivision is called Prado, but it's
Prado's
east.
awesome.
Yeah. So it's east. Look at this house. All right. So it's less than 500 for list price at $200 a square foot. So for a 2,200 square foot house, it is still a smaller yard. Here's the thing. It's Taylor Morrison. People who watch my channel know that I'm not a fan of them right now. They're kind of jerks at the moment for some people. But that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
Bidding difficult, I think.
They're being very difficult. But look at the tax rate, though.
And
it doesn't mean they don't build a great house. Go ahead.
Or is this a resale home or is this a new construction?
No. New community. Look at the tax rate.
Prado still has
it's under construction, 2021 build.
They're a fairly established neighborhood, as a small neighborhood, but they got more space.
Right. A new phase.
Mm-hmm. New phases, right? Yes.
But the fact is we're still real close again to the airport. It's funny, it's that it's just east of Montopolis, but not far from the river. This is kind of weird. You're close to Onion Creek.
Yeah.
Which I'm a huge fan of.
Head over to Houston. Look, Bastrop. If you want to head over to Bastrop, I go to Lake Bastrop a lot. I like it. But yeah, if you want to head east, already a tenth of the way there.
If I was able to put my money where my mouth is, I got bid out in Taylor on their system for my own property before I chose where I'm at now.
So check this out. This goes back to was it Mark's question about the airport? Where are they? Is it here? Runway? Here and here? So this area is right there, right? So if the planes are coming in this way or that, then yeah, I would imagine that this might be a bit of a concern for noise.
Usually when you're inside your home, it's not that big of a deal if the flights are going over you. It's when you're outside enjoying. And I mean, I count the planes. Linger during your showing. How many planes are going above your head? Is it 10 in an hour? 1? Because I feel like that could really
that's the main. I think that's the kicker about that property. Cameron Casey says that house is right next to the Tesla Gigafactory. Yeah,
that is true.
So just because Tesla's going to be there, does that mean that things are going to develop around it, or will people still be commuting? I feel like there's a lot of commuting going on.
Yeah. I think that when you have a company like that brings in so many employees, it's the employees and how they live their lives that decide if they want to create businesses or if they need more schools and if we need more houses and multifamily to be able to handle it. So it is 3:00 though. Mark, Mark,
oh man, thank you, Mark.
Thank you very much. We need to. We will meet next week.
Mark.
We will go out for coffee.
I need my coffee right now. That's for sure.
I love it.
You're the man, Mark. Appreciate you.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching the Real Estate Lab. See you again next week. Let us know if there's any topic you want us to cover, and we'll have a guest with us next week as well. See ya.
Later, y'all.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.